Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing banking and retirement visas and tax. Again, these are three things that I think many retirees are very worried about here. Long story short, I've had a few people ask me, is anything going to change with regard to banking? And quite honestly, my answer is probably not. In fact, I've read a lot of things where they've said, oh, we're wondering if they're going to start tracking transactions. Well, they can already monitor inbound banking transactions. And quite honestly, they haven't really been all that worried about inbound banking transactions, and I kind of doubt they're going to be. The way that this thing has been announced has been a little bit less than optimal. I kind of wish they had sort of vetted the whole policy before announcing just the rescission of the prior rule. So long story short, though, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I think the vast majority of retirees here in Thailand are not going to be impacted by this, and that includes their banking. I think most folks are probably fine. And I would even go so far as to say many may not ever need a Thai tax ID or anything of that nature. Now, that said, as we've discussed in other videos, beginning in 2025, I don't think it's necessarily unreasonable to believe that they might add tax return filings. And you may have a zero tax return. You may just have a tax return where you've paid no taxes in Thailand because you're not owing any. But you still file one. That may become a requirement associated with retirement visas. And that is not a foregone conclusion by any stretch of the imagination. That's my speculation based on these recent changes. That said, do I think banking itself is going to be impacted by the changes in Thai tax policy? No, I don't. At least not in the immediately foreseeable future. Now, that said, I've done other videos discussing so-called digital money, which is a misnomer in many ways, things like that. Implementation of policies such as that could have tremendous ramifications. So I have no idea how that would play out. But that said, I think just standard banking procedure is probably not going to change greatly as a result of changes in Thailand's tax regime here in the kingdom.